from my perspective, we saw several, I would just say, transformative developments in 2024. I think firstly we saw again a rise of everything digital wallets, etc., and the further development of mobile loyalty apps also reached a new peak. I think with that the whole industry could enhance member experience with more relevance, increased earning opportunities, and all of that resulting in more redemption, which helps the members and the programs at the end of the day. Then I think still sustainability is prominent, especially with airlines. We really need to think about offering eco-friendly reward options, carbon offsetting, stuff like that. And thirdly, I would say personalization is around for quite some time, but we really saw again a shift towards even more personalized strategies, leveraging AI, data analytics to offer more tailored and more targeted experience to our members. And I think lastly, what I found very interesting was the rise of more cross-industry partnerships, like big hotel chains together with on eye level with airlines, that allows members to earn and burn points and match loyalty statuses across a variety of brands. And I think that helps all of us to increase that perceived value of our loyalty currencies.
So in 2024, the loyalty industry saw significant advancement in AI and machine learning, leading the hyper-targeted rewards and enhanced customer engagement. The integration of gamification elements and sustainability-focused rewards also gained a lot of traction in 2024, reflecting that to consumer values. So digitization reached a new high, especially in 2024, with the introduction of AI and keeping it a seamless app-based experiences. And we saw that across many loyalty programs. That supports the rise to super apps that combines both loyalty and the broader lifestyle offerings. For EmCan, we kind of focused on the surface of these things, of these elements. We focused more on adding more value to the consumer by having partnerships. So we partnered with a local SME called Tower, providing them tracking services and SOS services as well. In addition to that, we focused on partnering with Al Futtaim Blue Rewards, which kind of cater to a new audience by having double dipping on both programs. So you'll be able to earn on EmCan and Blue Rewards as well. So these are our significant developments in 2024.
I think in terms of key milestones for the year 2024, one of those got to be, the stronger adoption of different models of loyalty ecosystems. Loyalty ecosystems are not new. I mean, airlines, hospitality loyalty programs, they are conceived on ecosystem model. However, what is interesting in 2024 that we noticed was more and more brands embraced some of the other forms of ecosystems. For example, Starbucks partnered recently with Marriott Bonvoy, Bank of America. They appear like a strange bedfellows on the face of it. However, if you think about it, it's a strategic masterstroke. It is, it has a much better chance of engaging customers as well as, delivering greater value proposition, delivering greater choices. And I think that's loyalty is about giving customers choices. And I think we are going to see, increasing adoption of creative partnerships and ecosystems even in the future. So yeah, I think that has to be one of the key ones. The second one, I would say, it would be the adoption of AI. I think AI went from concept to reality in loyalty space. We see brands now, lot more, forthcoming in terms of adopting AI to drive greater customer engagement, retention, prevent frauds. We have a patent on fraud prevention powered by AI, as well as to ensure operational reliability of their loyalty programs. So I think that AI now is on the cusp of becoming mainstream. And third, if I may include, would be, I would say, a re-emergence of gamification. Gamification is not necessarily new, right? The first, coming up gamification was 12 years back, but at that time, gamification was seen more as, as a separate parallel initiative to the loyalty programs. In its second coming, gamification is a lot more well intertwined with loyalty program. It is a feature of loyalty program. It's a strategy within the rails of your loyalty program that leverages zero-party, first-party data. And I think that strategy has much better chance of succeeding in terms of engaging customers in an effective way, and converting, so to say, your static loyalty programs into dynamic value proposition.
We've seen more of a focus on personalization, more of a focus on, how can we tie in AI? There was some programs that said, okay, is crypto still relevant? Trying to make sure that what we're offering is still relevant to partners. What we're offering from partners is still relevant to customers, and making sure that we're still, going after the right people. I think we saw the last of the COVID measures, at least for us. I know we had the last big drop of members that were maintained artificially at their elite status, but prior to COVID, they finally dropped down this year. So that, for us, on an operational level, means you'll see less crowding at airport lounges and that kind of thing. I think the potential to continue on the trajectory more of the personalization aspect for us is I think where I see the big change, and how we can continue to leverage that going forward.
Yeah, I think in general for the loyalty industry or the loyalty programs out there, was in everyone's North Star. I think it was the hyper personalization, driven by AI or powered by AI. I don't know if we all got there or if we are still in the journey, but I think that's the most significant development to pursue. And maybe not hyper, but even doing personalization, I think that's major, and that's the 2024 standard, or it's going to be also in 2025 and 2026. If we talk about IKEA, IKEA launched the points development, so you can use your points while you purchase. You can use your points and redeem for different things at IKEA. So that was the year of 2024 at IKEA.
In 2024, one of the significant trends is the increasing focus on personalization. This was driven by two different factors. Companies are collecting more and more data. They enrich their data with additional information. So they are more powerful to create insights by using this data. And most of the companies are investing on artificial intelligence, data analytics, generative AI. So they are, in general, investing on technology so they can process this data to create personalized experience for their customers. So personalization is one of the main topics in 2024. The second one is sustainability. Especially in our industry, in aviation, sustainability will become important in the near future because we are creating some negative effects for the environment. So the companies in our industry now offer carbon offset options to their clients. Now their customers can offset their carbon footprint by donating carbon reduction projects. So the two main focus areas in 2024 were personalization and sustainability, in my opinion.
So obviously AI and AI development and its impact on the loyalty programs. So most of the companies are getting to know how to use generative AI, how to enhance the loyalty programs with that, and how to impact the customer behavior, because due to AI, you can predict, not only predict, but also model the customer behavior. So for sure, that one. And the second one, I guess that is the sustainability in the loyalty area. As we have the new generation, the market, we need to also focus on that and their needs and their requirement. They are super green. So loyalty programs also have to be super green. So started to give the opportunity for eco donation as a charity reward, to spend points on the carbon offset, etc., etc. So I think that was the big one.
Well, I think the most important milestone and the most important thing in the loyalty industry in 2024 was the hyper-personalization and the integration with the AI tools. I think the artificial intelligence and the focus in the hyper-personalization was the most important milestone in 2024. Because with these tools in our platforms, we could know more about our customers, which is important for them, which they like, which they need. And I think that it's the biggest thing in our industry, know more about customers. And I think these two things, the hyper-personalization and the artificial intelligence integrated, was the most important thing in 2024.
2024 possibly wasn't as colorful maybe in previous years. I think we saw a lot of iterative improvements or enhancements in certain programs, potentially some big announcements from certain programs of what's coming in 2025. Alaska Airlines is one, British Airways is another one. And I think probably on the flip side, there has probably been a few devaluations of programs as well, without necessarily naming names, which I think probably gives a nod to some of the changes we may see this year in 2025.
Loyalty is something that differentiates brands, that differentiates experiences for customers. And we're very convinced that customers want to be loyal. They want to give their loyalty to a product, to a brand, and we need to make it worthwhile. And I think what we've seen last year as an external factor is that there's pressure on consumers in terms of how much money they have to spend, how they can spend it, and whether they spend it with the same brands and experiences that they have spent it before. So I think the key thing that has been as a changing factor last year is that the economic pressure kind of forcefully separated the programs that actually took value for the consumers in an action and the ones that didn't. And I think that's I haven't seen that as this clear as I have seen it last year. And if I put it in our perspective as PAYBACK, we are multi-partner programs. We have 700 partners on the platform. There is large grocery chains. There is mobility providers, and all of this works together as something that creates value for our consumers, for our members. And we've seen that especially with the increasing pressure on pricing, on comparing, that they value that the value that they get out of the PAYBACK program. And I think that is something that is it's maybe not even a clear milestone, but it's a changing factor that I see as something that has defined last year.